The 2026 Toyota RAV4 is far more important than you think. For one, the outgoing model was the best-selling car in the United States last year. How do you follow that up with something even better? I mean, you could say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but it's not like Toyota can leave it unchanged forever. As for Mazda, the CX-50 is exactly what the RAV4 is supposed to tackle. It even borrows its hybrid powertrain from Toyota, but with its primary focus being on style and the way it drives, does it have what it takes to dethrone it as the go-to choice for many buyers? Well, that's exactly what we will find out by the end of this video. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Forget everything you knew about the old generation. The moment you encounter the new RAV4, you'll immediately realize that this is a completely new model. The front end has 3 different designs, and the change mainly happens to the grille. The core design model features a color-matching grille. The rugged or woodland design replaces the grille with a simple black bar with 2 LED lights on each side, while the sport design gets a massive black hole dominating the entire fascia. The new signature boomerang headlights sit a bit higher and are now connected by a simple piece of plastic. From the side, there is a massive Y-shaped crease that runs across both doors, while a black piece of trim towards the bottom tries to disguise some of the visual mass of the profile. As for wheels, depending on the trim level, it comes standard with 17 inches with 18s and 20s optional. Out back, nothing of the old model remains. The new taillights look like something out of a Lexus. The RAV4 badging is front and center of the liftgate under a blacked-out Toyota logo, while the bumper is just a massive piece of plastic mirroring a skid plate or diffuser depending on the trim level. As for the CX-50, it seems like Mazda always tries to have its own unique take on things. Take the front end for example. The way the front grille is shaped being broad and horizontal in conjunction with the massive air inlets on each corner emphasize its width and give it a grounded stance. The headlights on the other hand just fit seamlessly as opposed to the tacked-down look of the new RAV4. From the side, the long hood gives it a much more refined look than the traditional upright design of every other SUV in the segment. The lower roofline also makes it seem much longer even if it only edges out the RAV4 by a few inches. The only complaint here is that the base model can look a bit basic compared to the other trims with its smaller 17-inch wheels and cheaper overall plastic treatments compared to those found on better spec models. Out back, the slim taillights have a depth to them with the same circular theme found up front, again emphasizing just how wide the CX-50 is. Overall, the proportions are what really sell it, giving a significant road presence without being shouty or even compromising on its good ground clearance. At least personally, while the new RAV4 is a great leap in looks over the previous model, the CX-50 is just in a league of its own, as it always is with Mazda products. Jumping inside, the RAV4's interior design is just as radical as the outside, with a few great specific touches to set each model apart. The Woodland, for example, uses rugged, outdoor-friendly materials with bronze accents throughout for an off-roady look. The Limited goes premium with Toyota's excellent Softex faux leather, and the GR Sport goes all out combining suede and faux leather in supportive sporty bucket seats. While the materials vary by trim, the RAV4 has some of the best interior packaging in the segment. There are 2 large phone storage areas below the touchscreen, including one with a wireless charging pad, a 3rd deep cubby underneath that, and a surprisingly spacious center console compartment. Even the passenger gets a small cubby space in the dashboard. As for infotainment, it's also all new. The RAV4's center touchscreen ranges from 10.5 inches in the base and Woodland models to a massive 12.9 inches in the Limited and GR Sport trims. The infotainment system loads up quickly, connects to wireless devices with ease, and is relatively simple to navigate. The new 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster is standard and changes animations and color depending on the drive mode. Climb into the CX-50's interior and there is an elegance that's just the complete opposite of the RAV4's ruggedness. The dashboard is clean and simple, favoring straight lines to once again emphasize the width of the interior. The dark leather is draped throughout the cabin, helping the CX-50 feels incredibly premium, especially with contrast piping and stitching on the seats. Almost every touchpoint is crafted from a soft touch material too. One nickel, however, is that the horizontal vent in the dashboard isn't hidden, resulting in the plastic being the focal point instead. But don't let that take away from the fact that this is a very good-looking interior. As for infotainment, all but the base CX-50 comes with a 10.25-inch widescreen display. Most functions, including operating the navigation system, are done with the control knob. The standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can be operated with the touchscreen. The gauge cluster is very basic with only a small screen in the middle for the speedometer and other basic functions. Here is the takeaway. While the RAV4's overhaul is very welcome indeed, it sadly still can't match the classiness of the CX-50. When it comes to passenger and cargo space, the new RAV4 is identical in size to the previous model, so all measurements are identical. Up front, there is plenty of space, and the new seats have more aggressive thigh and shoulder bolsters, though the GR Sport-specific ones can feel a bit hard for longer journeys. The back seat space doesn't change over the last year's model, with plenty of head and leg room, with the center seat integrated an armrest. Cargo space saw no change either, with around 38 cubic feet available when the rear seats are up, or 70.4 cubes with them folded flat. The CX-50, on the other hand, doesn't really translate its outer dimensions into usable space inside, mainly due to the front end and general proportions that make it as appealing as it is to look at. The seats are supportive and offer a large range of adjustment, ensuring good comfort comparable to that in the RAV4. The panoramic moonroof allows more sunlight into the cabin. The rear seats, however, are better in the Mazda with 2 inches extra legroom, with headspace being slightly more restricted than that in the RAV4. As for cargo space, the CX-50 is way smaller than the RAV4. With the seats up, you will find 31.4 cubic feet, drop them down, and you will have 56.3 cubic feet to work with. So, which one should you get? Well, this is actually almost an easy one. If driving engagement is all you care about, then the CX-50 is the easy choice here, especially for those who want something more than just a commuter. And while the new RAV4 is certainly a great upgrade over the old model, it just doesn't seem to have gotten better enough to beat the Mazda CX-50.